It's a day at V-Dub. Way better. There's the piston. Woo! Good old Ford. So it's got a number right there, 3. I'm going to take this rod cap, match that number 3, because it ain't on the other side, to that side. Myself. And then put it back on there. And lay it down. Nice and neat. Don't mess up the threads. Got a piston out. Put the seam bolts back in the same place. Get off of the cord so Tom can have some power over yonder. Place these nuts back on. And then do it again. Got 3 more left.
Hey.
This goes on my table on the passenger side set of parts. And wipe my hands real quick. Get all the grit and grime that came from the bottom of the pistons and the sides of the motor. So don't put that anywhere it doesn't need to be. Taking these off again, keeping them in the same place that I took them off from. So I'm going to put them on the table in the order they came off. A little tap with a rubber mallet on both sides evenly. Pop the cap off the end of the rod. Pull the old bearing off and we'll inspect that here in a little bit. It looked pretty good so far. I'd already done a check to see how much wiggle room the rings had, or the rods had, on the bearing. Everything in this motor has been really clean. This is the cleanest motor I ever took apart. I'm really, really grateful for that. 250,000 miles of Somebody took care of this. A guy named Greg out in Virginia. He's got a food processing company that he's making food for hikers that is good nutrient dense, high protein food that's freeze dried. It's called Two Hippies. I believe Two Hippies in the Woods, but his name was Greg, and he was a great fun to talk to for a little while. And I was grateful to get this motor from him. So if you need some hiking food, going on the AP, wrap up with some Two Hippies in the Woods food. They'll keep you going. Find them online. Get my pistons so they can fit on the table. And then roll back up. Grab these last two. We'll put a crank up top center. In the hands. Get on the grind again. Be real nice to the nuts. Use a 6-point socket. They fly. Smoking on them robots.
I need a smaller version of this. You got any more pry bars?
Oh, just this one and that one.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yo, it's my friend Tom. This is his place. Asheville V-Dub. Out in Fairview. Very mindful person on the planet. Grateful for his existence.
Yeah, I need a small pry bar.
Look in the drawer.
Yeah? What they actually got put away?
Maybe. I mean, I have not been the culprit for that one.
Well, there's one.
Woo-woo!
Not the one I was looking for, but there's one in there that will do the trick. Yeah.
When I'm pushing these pistons down, trying real hard not to, one, lose the other side of the rod bearing, two, scratch the crank with the threads on the rod cap, and three, scratch the cylinder wall with the rod. So you gotta be careful running these things in and out that you don't do any damage to those things. You don't want to end up with any more work than necessary. So I just dropped that into a container that has water in it, and I'm going to clean this completely off because I don't want any water on any of this. Little precautionary measures that go a long way. The only reason it matters, not that I'm reusing the rod bearing. I'm putting this rod bearing back inside the cap, and I don't want that to rust. Put our cap back on the rod. Put it on correctly. Numbers match to numbers. And that side faces out. Nope, that was this side. Faces out. You gotta get it right or you'll pay the price. off again. Don't want no crud all over the parts or the tools.
That big wheel work up there.
Already got them clean. Excellent.
I'm going down to the gas station, Zeus. Would you like anything to drink?
No, Rick actually just brought me a root beer.
Oh, all right.
I appreciate it greatly.
Not a
Thank you,
problem.
Mr. Dave.
I'm on my way down there, so. Da-da-da.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Keep these in the same direction. Get that moved just a smidgen, and then you can start pulling these out. That one actually came with it, which is excellent. That's the first one out of 8, and it was the 8th one. Awesome. So after all of this, I'll take a bottle hone and I'll manually go up and down, kind of give a new texture to the cylinder walls, get all the glazing off, get it set up so the new rings will seat. So the new rings will seat. And we'll put her back together and crank her up and drive her all over the country. This is going to be the powerhouse for the kindergarten van. Kindergarten van's been around all year, I think 2 years now, working on some material. It's awesome. So I'm looking forward to having this all put back together and build a little rolling city. And that's piston number 8. Make sure you get a good, nice part set up. Everything's nice and neat. You don't have to wonder where everything's at.
Yeah, so yeah, let me hold it up in place where it should go. I put it right onto that pipe right there. There's an angle it's running at. I don't know if that really matters to you. It'd be coming out about like that.
It's looking really good. Other than some dirty
All the
oil.
way out here.
Piston's cleaned up really nice.
So I'm gonna have to make some bridging.
The crank looks really good. There's no crazy scoring in there. Everything looks pretty normal.
Okay. Yeah, give me at least a foot.
And
I can cope it and cut it from there, you know.
it's taken apart. That's it.